Live from Texas Motor Speedway, this is GarageCam, 30 minutes, live streaming, unpredictable, live raw, uncut. You'll see food, you'll see race cars, you'll talk to race car drivers, you'll talk to me. You're on NASCAR Facebook Live as well, probably in the chat right now, and firing up that chat right now on NASCAR Facebook Live. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you want to see on GarageCam. Dude, you got a question? Ask us. I'll answer it. Our audio guy, CJ, might answer it. Our producer, well, he probably won't answer it.
Are you hungry?
Hey, are you hungry? Wait, what?
Look at the helmet.
Oh, my gosh. CJ pointing out. Okay, are you hungry, people on NASCAR Facebook? Because if you are, and you're in Texas, I mean, there is the Texas Star himself, David Starr, and his Whataburger helmet. Joey Gase driving the number 7 this weekend. Donate lifetexas.org on the side of this beautiful race car. Ray Black Jr. in the garage. Scuba Life on the side of that 51, the Rick Ware Racing entry, and the Jeffrey Earnhardt Hulu ride. Getting scaled up. Gray Galding. His Earthwater 83 getting pushed into the garage area and blocking us. They have to make another cut. Pivot, pivot. Sorry, Friends reference. My nieces will love that. Pivot. Hey, we have fun on the show on GarageCam, and hopefully you have fun too. Oh, check it out. Hey, this rookie seems to always be on GarageCam, but we don't mind the least bit. Let's just give him the darn microphone today.
I can't hear you so loud, all the generators
what?
around here.
All right, man. LaJoy, let's have some fun, man.
Yeah.
What was, I don't know, where were you during the last lap of that race last week?
Well, I was very far behind it.
Okay, so did you see it?
No. Yes. I stopped. I put my bumper to the start-finish line, and I just stopped till they gathered their stuff up.
It was like a dirt mod wreck.
It was a big wreck.
So, you know, that was pretty big. And then the post-race and all the cheers and the
that
jeers
was big too.
Was pretty big. They say everything's bigger in Texas. You think it could get any bigger than that?
It's got a high bar to live up to this weekend. I don't know. Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton got into it a couple years ago. That was pretty exciting to watch. So, hey, you never know. True. So, hey, you never know what can happen here at Texas Motor Speedway.
All right, man. It's No Shave November.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So
you kind of cheated though because you have the beard already, right?
Yeah, I had a head start on No Shave November, and I'll probably just roll that into Don't Shave December, and then probably just because January. I don't know, but we're gonna keep growing this beard because the fresh beard oil and beard butter product's so good. I just love it on my face. I just love it.
And I think I'm gonna try the No Shave November thing, but my wife's trying to get me to cut hair November. So maybe if I cut hair November, I could get away with the No Shave November?
Maybe. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Yeah. All right, Corey LaJoy, driver of this number 23, the Dr. Pepper ride, and one of the most personable young men in our garage area. Always like having that young man on Facebook Live on NASCAR.com. Have a lot of fun with him. Reed Sorensen. Of course, Mark Smith on the roof of this number 72 in honor of the fallen car owner, Mark Smith, who passed away this year. But Cole Witt, Matt DiBenedetto, Debo. If you want to follow some of these guys on Twitter, you need to, okay? Because they have a lot of fun. Debo, though, is one of those guys that on all of his social media channels, he really has a lot of fun. Sometimes too much fun. But hey, what the heck? You fans love that, right? You don't want people going around, whether they're drivers or even guys like me, and going around, giving you regular stuff. You want some fun, don't you? Here's number 13 of Ty Dillon walking through the garage area. All right, man, it's No Shave November. Are you
I'm working on it.
Are you working on it?
It's mid-season form, so it's this is all I got. So we're gonna see where it ends up by the end of November.
Well, this place has created some emotion in the past. Last week we saw a little bit, I guess, at the end of the race. They say everything's bigger in Texas. You think it gets any bigger than last week?
I think so. It could possibly happen. I mean, you know firsthand, last year you were right in the middle of it, or a couple years ago. So You might be the best one to ask, but it could get big. You know, everybody's got emotions on high. We're rolling down to the very end of the season, and everybody wants to be in that chase. Unfortunately, we're not in that battle.
But you still have a lot to race for, though.
Still have a lot to race for, and you better believe I'm going to give it everything I have. So you never know.
You got it. I don't have the green coat, so no fights this week. All right. Ty Dillon rolling through the garage area, rookie contender. And if you haven't caught the rookie pieces on NASCAR.com, come on, man. They're awesome every week. It's like a radioactive for rookies. It's the Sunoco rookie features. Make sure you check it out. Oh, check it in Facebook. I think Chuck Bush is monitoring it for us, too, as well as Justin Beatty here. Tanya Curtis, I'm going. Super excited. Ethan Taub, why do people have beards? They're not attractive. Wow. That was harsh. Wow. Well, I mean, a guy like me doesn't have a beard. But guess what? I could use one to cover this face. This guy has one. Oh, Lord. Check out that beard right there. All right. We're having fun. Danica Patrick, the number 10 car. Patrick, her average finish here, 24th. 10 starts so far in her career at the Texas Motor Speedway. Shauna Robinson, the only other female to have competed at Texas Motor Speedway. Jolt back on the side of the number 95 car of Michael McDowell. Carly, PR girl extraordinaire, ducking behind tires. She's skinny. She can hide behind about anything. There's the Ty Dillon Geico ride. The number 43. Of course, next year will be piloted by none other than Bubba Wallace. Some sponsorship announcement coming today. Hey, Debo, Matt DiBenedetto. Hi. Hey, how you doing?
Wonderful. How
Hey,
are you?
I don't
was
rem-
tweeting away while you were watching.
Yeah,
me.
we were just talking about how you're pretty good on social. The end of the race last week. Where were you during that fracas?
I was at Bad Daddy's in Winston-Salem.
You were already there.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
watching.
So from Matt DiBenedetto, the race car driver, you were then Matt DiBenedetto, the casual viewer fan.
Race fan.
What'd you think, man? It was nuts.
You know, usually I'm like, I mean, obviously you're never happy about being out of a
yeah,
race.
of course.
So I got out, like, you know, I was kind of frustrated, like,
Yeah.
man, that hurt us. Landon Castle passed us some points because of that failure. But so I'm like upset. And then I'm like, I'm going to sit and watch the race. I'm like, oh, man, I totally forgotten about being out of the race. I'm like, oh, yeah, girl. And then I'm like totally race fanning it away in Bad Daddy's.
Well, it actually probably felt good because then you weren't in that dirt modified wreck on the front stretch, basically, where it clogged up the whole front stretch.
Yeah, the roadblock on the front straightaway.
Well, they say everything's bigger in Texas. Okay, does it get any bigger than last week for this sport? That was crazy.
That's going to be tough to top. I'm not going to lie. I thought you were asking if it gets any bigger. I was like, I don't hear that very often.
No. I mean, your muscles are as big as they would get. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. So, all right, Debo, anything interesting going on for you in Texas this week that you can tell your fans on NASCAR Facebook Live here?
Texas, I don't know. This one's going to be a wild one just because obviously it's a very important race for a lot of people. And the groove is narrow. You don't want to get out of the groove. A lot of people crashed here last time. It was kind of a crazy race here we got. So,
and have you seen any of the Denny Hamlin billboards around the track?
Yeah, it looks to me like
billboards.
Texas really wants Denny Hamlin to win the race this weekend.
Yeah, okay.
Crazy.
Matt DiBenedetto walking through the garage. We'll have to explain that one to you. Maybe in a second here we'll get to it. I guess we should show this car over here. You know, I guess you race fans want to see Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s ride. Why not? Nationwide on your side, on the back of this number 88. Justice League on the side of it as well. Let's get you a pretty picture of the side of this race car because, man, that's pretty cool. Cool paint scheme for Dale Earnhardt Jr. this weekend in the number 88 crew. I mean, he's got Batman on it. If you didn't see NASCAR Chasm's Batdale this week on social media, I mean, Dale Earnhardt Jr. tweeted it out. He even said it was his new favorite. And I gotta tell you, it was pretty darn cool. Make sure you also check out the clip on NASCAR.com from last week, Dale Earnhardt Jr. consoling a young fan. It was on NASCAR.com, pretty cool. Always cool things on NASCAR.com GarageCam, and we get to capture some of those moments for you and show them, because it's a 30-minute live stream. You never know what you're going to see, man. Including this number 19 of Daniel Suarez rolling by, the rookie competitor. Suarez, 19th in the spring race here for the number 19. Hey, should we show him? CJ, should we? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, what we were talking about here as we pass the 7 car, we're going to take a little detour here. GarageCam is now coming out of the garage area. We're going rogue on NASCAR Facebook Live. Why not, right? We're live. We can do whatever we want, right? Well, within means. No Limits, Texas. And right here is the billboard that basically everybody this morning has been talking about. They're all over Texas Motor Speedway. It's Chase Elliott is the people's champ. Chase seems to like it. Zach up there seems to like it. I have yet to see, though, anywhere around the track, a Denny Hamlin billboard. We are going to look actively and search actively on NASCAR.com and see. Oh, there's Timmy Hill. Hey, Timmy, have you seen a Denny Hamlin billboard anywhere?
Is there one around?
No, I mean, I see the People's Champ up there.
Well, I don't think Denny's the People's Champ right now, so
No?
he doesn't have a billboard.
Timmy Hill. There you go. Well, there's one opinion. So, yeah, if we see Denny, maybe we could ask him if he's got a billboard anywhere. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. A little bit of fun, a little bit of controversy at the close of last week's race. And I'll tell you what, you know what's great about it? The whole sport's talking about it. Okay, I'm just going to say this right now. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Mentioned something in his post-race Periscope about how 15 minutes after the race, the crowd was buzzing, roaring, cheering, booing. And he doesn't remember hearing anything like that in a long time. And I'll say from personal experience, last time I heard that was when it was 98 or 99. I was working with TNN, and Dale Earnhardt dumped Terry Labonte in the last lap. 20 minutes after the race, the crowd was still buzzing. That's what that reminded me of. It was great. Let's chime in here on Facebook. Let's see. I'm sure we've got enough comments coming in. We can give some people some shout-outs and all that stuff. Cullen Carver, tuning in from Nova Scotia, Canada. Go William Byron. Well, hey, we're going to have to watch the Xfinity show later on, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1:30 local on NASCAR.com, not on NASCAR Facebook. Victor Cronin, we really enjoy GarageCam. Thanks from Canada, eh? Got a lot of friends from Canada. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of NASCAR people in Canada. Whether you're in Nova Scotia or Thunder Bay, Ontario, wherever. The number 18 of Kyle Busch. Let's lighten it up here so you can see that beautiful candy car right there of the number 18, who sits second in points right now. 42 playoff points, 5 wins on the season. Sean Mosley, you see the 18 for the win. He's got a good shot here, I'll tell you, Kyle Busch. 2 wins at Texas. Second best driver rating amongst all the drivers. And the other thing he's got to well, you know, people say, well, he's already locked into the Homestead deal. What has he got to race for? Well, he wants to go lead some laps, because if he leads 27 more laps this year, he will lead 2,000 laps. Remind you of anything? This driver just did that the other race. It would be only the 16th time, or 17th time this would be, or 16th or 17th time in the history of our great sport that 2 drivers or more led 2,000 laps. So you want to talk about pure, utter dominance by 2 teams, and especially by that Toyota camp. Man, this season, the laps don't lie. Kevin Harvick in the number 14. Halfway through GarageCam. Let's brighten this up here so you can see Kevin talking with crew chief Ronnie Childers. At the front of that number 4. I'll thank our sponsors, of course, Mobil 1, for their involvement in bringing this show to you. Nothing but love for the fans here on NASCAR.com and NASCAR Social. Sean Murphy saying hi to all of his adoring fans. The chat room's lighting up as soon as they see the guy. We're back in Texas, and what's so special about that? I forgot.
I got a Danica tattoo last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
And it's on your foot.
Yes, 1 year, Monday.
So we know if we smell anything in the garage, it's because you're showing people.
Yep. The schedule this week isn't very good.
Conducive for tattoos?
Yeah, so.
You wouldn't get a GarageCam tattoo, would you?
Maybe. I might do that. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll keep that in mind if I do happen to do
I'll think it's awesome, then I'll run. All right, let's go on over here to the Lowe's 48. Currently sitting 5th in points. 7 wins at Texas Motor Speedway. The best driver's rating of any driver. 28 races. 21 of them finished in the top 10 for the California driver and the 7-time champion of our sport. And there is Gary Johnson, the man, the myth, the legend, Jimmy Johnson's dad. A great guy. So I told you this is a behind-the-scenes show. Y'all probably wouldn't have met Gary Johnson, maybe. Ryan Blaney just finished his press conference where he discussed having a little words with Kevin Harvick after the race, and that it was stern words, but he respects Kevin highly. Here is the number 11. See the chat room light up right now. The number 11 car. Getting some final preparation done, rolling some tires out here. Felipe Andrade from Brazil, go Chase. Well, that's interesting timing. We're at the 11 car. But Katie Carroll, go find Denny and ask him about the billboard. You know what? I'll tell you what. I don't care. I will. If I see him, I'm doing it. What's the worst he could say? Get out of here? It's okay. FedEx? You know, I will say this, amongst all this. These FedEx cars look awesome. If you don't agree, maybe you just don't like purple. But I think they're awesome. But Denny Hamlin coming under a little bit of fire this week amongst the fans. And ironically, parked right next door, the Hooters number 24 car of Chase Elliott. Give you a look at the side of this Hooters machine for the young Dawsonville, Georgia driver. And there is Chase putting on the ball cap and getting ready for practice number 1 at Texas Motor Speedway. Just held his press conference in the infield media center. Matt Kenseth rocking a little blue Xfinity scheme this week for Kenseth, talking to Hall of Famer Dale Jarrett inside the NASCAR garage area. Kenseth and Jarrett having a nice little conversation. Also pan on over here to see that number 5 car of Casey Kane. The Great Clips machine, a little Superman paint scheme this weekend. So Superman, some superheroes all over the Hendrick cars. See if we can grab Chase Elliott here maybe for a second. All right, Chase, busy week for you. Nothing really went on this week, right?
Nah, just Georgia football ranked number 1 and here in Texas.
That's it, man. So did you stay off social media and all this week and just kind of chill? Was it like kind of put the feet up time to get away from some of the stuff?
Man, for us, we got a job to do here,
Yeah.
and like I wasn't lying. I actually was following along social media to see what the dogs are going to be ranked, and somehow got put in front of Bama, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, man, nose down to get it because you guys have some work to do.
We do, yeah, nose down, and we have a lot of points to make up or try to get a victory, so we'll see.
Hey, did you like your billboard?
Hey, I didn't know that was...
Was it a
A
surprise?
little different, yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
All right, Chase Elliott. Hey, man, the number 24 right here, the People's Champion. I'll tell you what, the fans kind of responded with some big cheers, and we always appreciate Chase Elliott taking the time for us on NASCAR.com GarageCam as well. The number 20, showed you that pretty cool car. I'd say that I love the Justice League paint schemes. Those things are pretty cool. All right. Still have about half of the main street to show you on this side of the garage. The number 3 with the Olympic, Team USA Olympic scheme from Dow on this number 3 of Austin Dillon. Now sitting 12th in points. His best in 11th place finish at Texas. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the number 17 ride. In this car, the number 1, I'll tell you what, they've taken a little bit of a fall on the point standings as of late. But a race that they could circle on their calendar as maybe a little bit of a recovery mode to get back on track for their season. The 22 of Joey Logano getting pushed into his stall. Clint Boyer, after his wonderful quote last week on GarageCam about trick-or-treating, saying he prefers to go trick-or-drinking. One of the funniest things I've ever heard on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Rush Truck Centers on the number 14 of Clint Boyer. Beautiful looking car. Eric Jones, the number 77. Eric Jones has a few starts here, Jonesy. His best finish was his first start here when he was filling in for Denny Hamlin. I believe it was fall of 2015. He finished 12th. Good run for him. So a little bit more experience for that rookie here. Joseph Logano. AAA Insurance on board this week for the 22. And there was a point of this race where I thought the big controversy post-race was going to be between the driver of this car and the number 18 of Kyle Busch. But then all that other stuff happened, and everybody seemed to forget about this. Kevin Anthony, hi from the UK, attended my first race in Talladega this year. Coming back for more. Harvick for the win. People tuning in. Don Risconi, 48 for the win, chasing 8, using the hashtag there. That's pretty cool. Ryan Newman. See if we could scoot by real quick. Kurt Busch for all you Monster Energy fans right there, the number 41 of Kurt Busch. Wonder how many more minutes we got left before we roll off here in practice. Wow, we got 7 minutes to go and we've seen all the cars. This could get interesting, folks. Time to freelance a little bit. What do y'all think? And we already got Chase Elliott. I mean, the only way it could get better is if we got Denny Hamlin. We'll definitely have to have our producer keep an eye out for that. Let's walk through the garage. Let's poke in here and see who else we see. There's Matt Kenseth, headed to his car. Landon Castle. Landon Castle was a little outspoken on social media after last week's race, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. even invited him to have his own podcast because it was so good. But looking around for a few drivers, see what we see. Matthew Gustafson, good evening from Sweden. Man, are we getting just all the international ones? That's not a bad thing, I guess. It's time for the 42 to have a victory. And you can't count out the 42 at any track. And they've got a lot to race for, a lot of pride on the line. But you really have to look out for those Toyotas, I think, this weekend. Toyota has won 6 of the 7 NASCAR playoff races thus far. So when you look at pure win percentage, when it counts at the end of the season and in the playoffs, you got to look at that Toyota camp, I think. You know, Marty Snyder actually went on the record saying that he thinks it's a possibility that the 78 might not win a race for the rest of the season, which is a pretty incredible thing based on the fact that they have 7 wins. But Toyota very, very strong, of course. A throng of people coming by, of course. Getting some autographs here through the garage. Dale Earnhardt Jr. It's a nice cut through there, by the way. That was like the Barry Sanders of cameramen. Did you see that? Maybe a very slow, maybe Barry Sanders now, how he'd probably run now since he's probably 60 years old. let's take you back over here to the head end of pit road. You notice it's getting quiet. Most of these cars have been turned around facing out. Some of the drivers, like Kyle Larson, are strapping into their car. Actually, Kyle isn't. I lied. Got confused because I saw the blue car with the driver, and it's Matt Kenseth over there. It is fun in the garage when something happens in our garage, right? And those teams are parked next to each other. So take note, NASCAR fans. Throughout these practices this weekend at Texas, these drivers are going to be pitted next to each other. That makes it a little fun, for sure. Maybe not for the drivers, but for the bystanders and for the people covering this sport. But Chase Elliott doing a great job as far as the way he's handled himself throughout this whole process. And I got to say, class act. And I think the fans definitely agreed. Denny Hamlin with his apology after the race. Some didn't want to hear it. At least he did it. I will say that. Jimmy Johnson in here. Having a nice convo with his dad, Gary Johnson, in the garage area. Johnson 3 points out of a playoff spot. Of course, we have this race in Texas and then the race in Phoenix to go. And this is a place he can get it done. 7 wins. 5 of the 10 playoff tracks. Trying to think. Kansas, I believe, is one of them. Martinsville. 5 of these 10 playoff tracks, Jimmy Johnson has the most wins at. So for all you stat nerds, I could throw that out for you for sure. Texas Motor Speedway. You know, last week I came up with a what's in a number stat for y'all. Maybe come up with one right now. This will be the 43rd race in Texas. And the number 43 has never won at this racetrack. There's been 33 races at Texas Motor Speedway, 8 races at the Texas World Speedway in College Station, Texas, and 1 in Houston. That race in Houston was at Meyer Park. 1971, the Space City 300, won by Bobby Allison. So there's your stat, your nerd stat from me for the week. Monique McCloskey, I am so excited to leave in H-Town at 9 a.m. tomorrow and head for Fort Worth. Yeah, we're so glad you are coming too, and prayers for everybody in Houston continually. We surprised my dad with tickets for his 75th birthday. He doesn't know it yet, but we also have VIP pit passes. That is awesome. And somebody said something about what's the producer's name? That right there would be Justin Beattie. We'll back out of the garage area, give him a little space here. Show you Ryan Blaney as he dons the helmet to strap into the number 21. Blaney currently sitting 6th in points, about 6 markers out of that transfer spot, as we'd like to call it. So Dale Earnhardt in the media center got a special gift. It was a horse. And number 1 with 8 on it. And they named it. Oh, yeah, wait. And he got the part of the scoring pylon. Really? He got part of the scoring pylon? I didn't know that. I knew he got the horse. And did they name it after him? So the horse's name is Dale? Really? I mean, it's... Oh, Eddie Gossage and his crew, they always come up with something special, don't they? Dale Jarrett leaning in the window of the young Concord, North Carolina race car driver. The 11 of Denny Hamlin. 2 wins at Texas Motor Speedway for Denny Hamlin. And I got to be honest with you, I'm going to come out and say this. NASCAR and track security did an amazing job last weekend when a person that had pit pass, a fan, kind of got a little testy. Not physical, but testy with the number 11 driver. And not only did the team and Tina Theriault, the PR person, get involved, but track security and NASCAR security, what great jobs they do. And sometimes when people do a good job, they need to be told so. So let's all give them a thumbs up for doing what they do. Looks like we're going to wrap it up on NASCAR.com. GarageCam practice is starting, and Denny Hamlin walking to his car and getting ready for practice number 1. And won't you be my neighbor right alongside the number 24. I'm Matthew Dillner. Make sure to tune in to the NASCAR Xfinity Series show, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1:30 p.m. local here in Texas. Rivalries are beautiful. And until next time, we'll see you at the races.